Hello, everybody. It has been a minute, or it feels like it's been a minute, so I have missed you guys. Waiting to see if the other host is coming on tonight. I do not have plans on being before you guys long, but I just want to get up here, chat with y'all a bit, see how you guys are doing, see how things have been going, making sure that life is good and grand. Just put my links up. All right, all right. So tonight, I just wanted to have a little chat and let's talk about some things. You guys know that in my world, I talk about what thus says the Lord most of the time, but y'all know I talk about anything. So I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give you guys what the Lord has given me, and then I'm going to go into some Q&As. And then after the Q&As and some testimonials, because we do have a few, then I will let y'all go and enjoy the rest of your night. So again, like I said, thank you guys for popping on. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a minute that I've been able to be up here with you guys. I do miss y'all when I'm not able to be up here with y'all all the time. Um, so I do want you to know that. I do want to say thank you to um, our wonderful followers, the people that come on and support us all the time. So I do want to say thank you guys for that as well. Uh, Running down the pipe, I'm gonna make the announcements early, which I'm gonna go ahead and make the announcements for the next this week. Now I'll do the announcements for the rest of the month when you guys come back with us on Thursday night. So Thursday night, I want you guys to like, share, comment, have some share it to everybody that you know because we are going to be celebrating our 2-year anniversary as Trailblazers Radio. So we'll be on our 2-year mark. We're going to be celebrating that here via StreamYard with you guys in the virtual world um, Thursday night at 7 p.m. So we are super excited. We're going to have some past guests that we have had on before come on and give us some little nuggets of encouragement, drop a couple words. So we'll have people popping in and off the screen all night long. If you are hearing me now and you want to be a part of that pop in, please send me an inbox so that I could get you the link and the information for that night. It would be nice for you guys to come over here and for me to see your face in the place and be able to have a chat with you on the screen and not just see you in the comment section. So if you have something that you want to say that night, please let me know. Inbox me and I will send you guys the link. For those that I have already reached out to, I am just waiting to hear back from a few so that I'll know who's going to be popping in and what times and how to expect everyone because I don't want anybody's coming in on somebody else's time. I want to make it timely because we're going to be up here from about 7 to 10. So we're going to be up here for maybe 3 hours with y'all that night. Um, if not, we'll definitely try to cut it down to 2. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Y'all know we just get up here with y'all and we have a loads of fun. So we try not to rush things, but we know it's the virtual world and we don't want to keep nobody up all night long. For the ones that still have to get up on a Friday and go to work, we want to make sure that we be respectful of the time. So you guys can be with us from 7 to 10. That is the goal of the night to stop at 10. But if we stop earlier than that, then that's fine too. To God be the glory. Either way, I'm just um excited about what he's doing, how he's doing it, and the moves that he's making and all the shaking that's being done. How many know that we are um in a pivotal moment? Um how many know that we are in a pivotal moment and that there has been a shifting done in the natural and so in the spirit? right? Um, we're getting ready to come up to the month of, y'all think about it, y'all will be out of October in 2 weeks, right? So in 2 weeks, 2 more weeks, now we'll be out of October again and heading into the month of November. In the month of November, um, you have all of these elections going on. So you have all of these changes being made in the physical and governmental realm. So in the natural, so in the spirit, there's also shifts being made in the spirit realm, and there's shifts being made in the natural. You have to know where you are. You don't want to miss your shifting period. You don't want to go around it. You don't want to go above God's timing, and you sure don't want to be behind it. You rather be toe to toe with him in lead, and just following his lead and instruction at this point in time, right? So, my thing and my prayer always is when I get up daily is I just want to follow your instructions. That's always part of it. Just lead me, guide me, and I'll go. You know, that's the biggest thing for me. If you lead me, guide me, I'll go. I have no issues with being that willing vessel for him to do whatever he wants to do. And I'll learn how to just allow God to be God and not try to go around him. My biggest thing right now is I want to be in his will, in his timing for me. I want to do his will. I want to do what he says. I don't want to do anything less than, right? So with that happening, with that being said, I always, y'all hear me say a lot of taking um the Bible for his word, and really, really reading it, you know, not just putting it on the table and the Bible collecting dust. And I keep saying read it for a reason, right? So um in this time and season, you don't want to not know what God is trying to say specifically to you. Yeah, it's good to get the prophecies, it's good to get the confirmations, but how can you get confirmations if you don't hear him? How can you get confirmation if you don't know what he's saying to you? How can you get confirmation because you don't have relationship? So, what confirmation are you getting? Like I said, prophecy is good, but prophecy comes with conditions. And if you don't know that the prophecy being spoken over your life is a confirmation to something that he already tried to say to you, to your spirit, then, you know, the Bible says to study to show ourselves approved. And the whole point is study. We have an issue with picking the word up and reading it. Yes, we love our electronic gadgets. Everybody does. This is a quick and easy fix. It's something easy to get up, something easy to go to, right? But I also have paper Bibles, y'all, where I can strum through the pages and I can highlight and I can write notes and all that good stuff. So I love the paper Bible. Also, I carry it with me at all times. I keep one in the car, and I got about 8 in my house. So I have like all of these different translations and all of that good stuff. And then I got so many different translations on my computer. It's not even funny. So, but I have so many different translations of it that, I could read it from whatever aspect that I want to read it from because the different translations show you something different. I call the message version raw and uncut. The passion version I like amplified, I like NIV. Um, I like New King James, and I like King James. Some people don't like the dust thou and all of that, but I like that too because I can understand it. Some people don't like it because they don't understand it. This is why you get different translations of the word, right? But I have to give you a disclaimer about using all of these different translations. If you have not read the King James version through and through, some of these translations do leave out scriptures. Okay, so I just want to let you know that some of the translations do not have all of the scriptures in it. Um, and if you really wanted to study it to know which scriptures are missing, that's something for you to study. That's a way for you to pick the word up and read it. If that's intriguing you to find out what translation is missing what scripture, there you go. There's a challenge for you. Pick it up and read it, right? So hey,
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
But I did want to share that with y'all and I'm gonna go ahead and some stuff here in just a minute, just because I'm gonna first say some things to y'all, and then we're gonna keep going with the show.
I just want to say hey to everybody. It's good to be on. I was on with Bobby the other night also. But just to chime in, when you're dealing with these different translations, you should always have your King James Version Bible with you while you're studying. In this way, you can compare the two because not only is some of the scriptures not in the Bible, but some of the words are not in the Bible. And it's translating stuff, so you want to get the full meaning of what's being said. Another good Bible is the Joel Osteen Bible. I love that version of the Bible, but it's so important. I see we're talking about making it count. It's so important for us to make every day count. Every day. I got a bad echo. Okay, so somebody just
Oh
said I got
yeah,
a bad echo, and I
okay, well,
don't
I'm
know
gonna mute
why.
while you talk.
I don't know why I have an echo. I'm sorry. Who is the Facebook user? Because it's just saying Facebook user. But it's so really important for us to make every day count. Treat it like it's just your last day. Live your life to the fullest. Get in your word. Um, it's so important. Allow God to lead and guide you. Um, Today, all I could do is pray because today is not a good day for me. I'm just being honest, and all I could do is pray and just ask God to just move out any pain, anything that I'm dealing with, and I have to trust him. I have to walk by faith during this season. I can't focus on my distractions. I can't focus on what I'm going through. I have to stay focused on him because everything in me, listen, I didn't want to get out my bed today. It was real hard to get out my bed today. When I just got this text and said you jumping on, I'm like, oh my God. I fell asleep. Listen. So it's so, hey, Fred, it's so important for us to make it count. It's so important for us to get an intimate relationship with him. Because I promise you, if I didn't have an intimate relationship with him, right now when I got that text, I would have ignored it. I, I would have really ignored it like I did not see it and kept it moving. But yes, make it count. So I'm gonna turn this back over to Coco. I'm gonna mute for a second.
All right, so hey, Simone, thank you for being with us always. Hey, Fred, thank you for being in the comment section. I may need you to monitor the YouTube page for Trailblazers. So if you are able to do that, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up or just say yes in the comment section. That would be great. Um, Also, uh, the other thing that I was, oh yeah, when I was talking about the, hey, cousin Deborah. Um, the other thing that I was talking about on our anniversary night. So our anniversary night is Thursday, and I'm so excited about that. Um, Not only are we having the anniversary night, but we are honoring our brother who we miss so much, T, on the same night. So we are giving honor where honor is due. Um,
Amen. Hey, Simone.
because if he wasn't still around, I promise you, anniversary night will be lit for real. If he was still alive, so I so honor his presence, even though I know that he's not physically around. He always feels like he's there, in the spirit, which is a great thing. So he'll never be he'll be missed, but he'll never be forgotten. That is for sure. And I always have a keepsake to remember him by. I always have his photos, and I can always go back and look at. previous shows that he was on. So in the month of October, you will see us replaying a lot of the shows that he was a part of. Okay. So I would love for you to go back and rewatch those and reshare them with people that you know. Again, like I said, if you guys are interested in coming on and saying something with us and sharing the screen that night and popping on just for a little while, inbox us, let us know so we can get the link out to you. Because we're going to enjoy it tonight and we're just going to enjoy each other and our past guests and friends that we have made over the 2 years that we have been up here. So I'm just super excited that we made it to year two. I'm excited what year three is going to look already.
Yay.
Right? So we not only have that, but we have new hosts coming in at night, and we're gonna introduce them to you guys. Um, you may already know them, but they're just coming on as new hosts. They will have their own shows on their nights, and we will start announcing that soon as well. We already have one of them who's already pegging her first night for her first show, and I'm excited for her. So we're going to be on to support her that particular night. I'm not going to give out any names because I don't want to spoil the surprise for some of you. Um, and for the ones that may already have an inkling or idea who we're talking about, keep your mouth shut. Don't tell nobody. Right? So that's what we're gonna do. Um, so like I said tonight, we're gonna just have a conversation right here in the beginning. Then we're gonna get into some Q&A because we have been missing that. And people have been missing it as well. And then we're gonna do a few testimonials and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna let y'all go because I'm not gonna keep y'all tonight, right? Because I need to rest myself as well. So
And I
um,
gotta get to work.
so we're going to end it probably at 10 because it's already about to be 9. Probably at 10. Um, I know Clint has to go at a certain time, so try to end it at a good time 10, 10, 15 at the most. So if you guys are in the comment section, y'all got questions right now because you don't inbox them to me and y'all have questions, by all means, y'all know y'all can post whatever y'all want to say in the chat. We'll read it, put it up on the screen, and we'll address it then. Um, and we will go from there. But first conversation topic of the night um, is the change of atmosphere, right? Okay, so my examples for y'all tonight. I'm going to give y'all the example of when you're on a flight, and I'm going to give you the example of if any of y'all have ever been to a top of a mountain or in the mountains, the difference in altitude and how it feels and how it makes you feel and all of that good stuff. So you know what you feel like naturally when you change altitudes. Imagine that amplified in the spirit realm because you're changing altitudes and the atmosphere around you is changing, right? So that's what we're going to discuss here in just a few minutes. Um, so the first thing I'm going to say is if you've ever been on a plane, you know sometimes for especially for anybody that takes their first plane ride, sometimes you hear that when you change altitude, your ears pop. And if you if you're scared of flights, you're holding on for dear life to the arms of the chair, and you're just like, I just want you to get me where I gotta go. If you're on a certain section of the plane, some people might even ask for a drink because it calms them down while they're flying, and things of that nature. Um, but when the altitude shifts, you can feel it in your body, right? You can feel it. Sometimes it does affect people, especially first time plane riders. They will be affected by that. Same thing as people that are on boats. When you go on your first boat ride, if you're not used to the up and down motion, crashing over waves and things like that, you will experience um what we call sickness, right? And there's medication that you can take, Dramamine, with the little patch behind your ear when you go on a boat, and it'll keep you from getting, seasick, as we say. Um, so things of that nature is what I'm trying to get y'all to see in the motion sickness. Yes. Thank you, Simone. I appreciate it. So, things of that nature is what I'm trying to get you to see in the physical realm, right? So imagine your altitude changing in the spirit realm. When you go in the spirit realm, when you change altitudes, the air becomes less dense, right? And when you go, the higher you climb, the less dense it gets. Okay. Now, certain atmospheres, if you go too high, it will cause you to breathe different, and your breathing will become rapid and labored. You'll feel like you're out of breath, especially if you're climbing a mountain. You're going to feel like you're out of breath. But if you've never been skiing before or been on one of the little trolley things that they have that go in the air to take you to the top of a mountain, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about, right? So in the spirit realm, same thing. The only difference in the spirit realm that when you climb up of a physical mountain, or you go and walking up a physical mountain, you're probably not going to be alone when you go. So you might have somebody with you, what we call a guide, that's going to take you on the tour to take you up the mountain, take you climbing, whatever you want to call it, and you have your guide. Same thing that we have in the spirit realm. The Holy Spirit is the guide, you know. And when the Holy Spirit comes to direct us and Jesus is doing the elevating, your altitude is going to change. But when your altitude changes, sometimes you can't take people with you because the denseness in your atmosphere may suffocate them. Everybody's atmosphere doesn't change when yours changes, especially when you're going to the next level. Everybody's not capable of going because your atmosphere may kill them in the spirit realm. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take people along. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this season, this altitude change is just for you. You can't have a bum rush of people that you're trying to pull with chains behind you while you walking, and you trying to bring them up with you, because baby, everybody can't go. It's not meant for everybody else to go. This particular shift is just for you. So you have to know your season. You have to know your altitude change. You have to know all of these good things. You have to know that your atmosphere is changing when you go somewhere. You have to know that the atmosphere around you right now has changed. You have to know that there are things inside you that are changing because he's trying to get something out of you, and he's trying to get something to you in order to bring that thing out. And so this is what's going on. This is what he's doing. It's a lot of changes being made. Work in silence is great in this season because everybody should know what you're doing. And I'm saying that because not everybody is happy for you in the first place. You got some people speaking against what you're trying to do, right? And the reason why they're speaking against it is because they really can't see you with it. They trying to figure out, well, how you do that for them, but you're not doing it for me. First of all, the word says, write your vision and make it plain. In my vision, I want to do his will. So if you got a problem with the fact that his will is being performed in my life, you need to take that up with him, not me. He's doing what I asked him to do. And because I'm trying to line up with his will, you can't fight against that. You can try, but you're not going to win because his will is what's going to take precedence in my life. So at the end of the day, that's what you have to see. You have to make his will your current priority, not the second priority, not the last priority, but your current priority. What are your priorities right now? And is he a part of your priority? If he's not, I need you to change it. But can't nobody change it but you, right? Can't nobody force you to do a thing that you don't want to do. And that's not what we're up here to do. I just give you the nuggets, and whatever you choose to do with them is on you, right? So I've learned that you have to give everybody a measure of grace, because everybody is not where you are, and some people not even trying to go where you headed. So you can't give everything to everybody. I know that what I'm saying right now ain't even falling on everybody, and that's cool. But for the ones that is meant to fall on, they're gonna get it. And that's what we have to understand, is that even when we go out and we give a word, just like when a pastor preaches or a leader preaches across the pulpit, not everybody is going to receive that word, but the people it was meant for will receive it, right? And that's the same thing with us now. Right now, we're in the receiving process, because we're in the fourth quarter of the year, where the biggest harvest is now being made. This is the time of year where this is the biggest harvest that you reap, in the fourth quarter, right? Some people don't know that. If you've ever farmed or had a garden, you know this thing. That's your biggest time of reaping. Not the summertime, not the spring, not the fall. But the fall season of the year, October to December and January-ish, that's where you reap the most, right? I have to sit back and say that I went over my prayer list, because I have a prayer list, y'all. And it's important. You should have those. You should have a list of prayers, and you should date it. And you should go back and look at that list and start checking off what he's already done. And when you go back and look at that list, you'll be so surprised what he's already done that you were unaware of, because you forgot, because of your hustle and bustle that you got going on. You haven't taken the time off to go back and look at what he's already made happen or made possible for you. Where I got no's before, I went back this week and I got yeses where I had no's. And that's the thing. I knew it was God at work, because I had got multiple no's for the same thing. And I heard him say, "Get up right now, go back and do it again." And I got up right now. I went back and did it again, and I got a yes. So I'm telling you, if you move when he tells you to move, you'll never come out wrong. Because you gotta move when he tells you to move. If he tells you to drop something and let it go, let it go. Because I promise you, it's not that he said you'll never go back to it. Right now, he has something else for you in store. There's something else that you gotta do before you could go back to that thing. That's if it's meant for you to go back to, right? So we have to understand what he's doing. He is making strategic plans for us right now. And in his strategicness, I'm very excited. I'm very happy on what he's doing. I may not understand it all right now, and I'm kind of glad that I don't, because, too much of a good thing can cause you to do some stuff you don't want to do or you shouldn't be doing, right? And with me, if I know too much about something, especially if it's like a surprise, because I feel like everything that God does is a surprise. If I know too much about the surprise, oh, you know how we are. If somebody trying to surprise you, but somebody let it slip, that somebody was getting ready to do something for you, and you want to go right and tell everybody what this person is doing or what you about to get blessed with. No, not this time around. You gotta, and there's a reason why he wants you to do this, right? Because when he's done and he sits you at that table that he has prepared in front of your enemies, he sits you at that table and say, "That right there, I need you to just look at this spread. All of this is yours. And I did it in this timing because I needed you to wait so I can have the right people in place to do it in front of." He's doing things right now in our lives to get the glory from it, to get the glory out of it. And we have to let him, we have to be willing to step aside and allow him to do what he needs to do. Right? So, um, I just need you guys to understand um, what he's doing and how he's moving right now. Sorry, y'all. I'm answering the message. Um. So sorry, y'all. I got people inboxing me about Thursday. So that is what I wanted to share with y'all and to pretty much talk about. When Coet comes back on, I'm gonna mute myself and allow her to chime in. Because I know she was trying to chime in earlier, but when we're both trying to talk, there seems to be echo for some reason. So when she comes back on the screen, I'm gonna allow her to chime in and say what she needs to say. And then after she's done, we're gonna go into some Q&A and some testimonials, okay? So that we can get y'all out of here on time tonight and allow you guys to enjoy the rest of your night. So while I'm waiting for her to come back on the screen, um, for anybody that's currently in the chat and can chat, I want you to tell me how you currently feel about where you are in life and be honest. You know, I do expect you to be honest, but I want you to tell me about what you currently feel in life, about where you are right now. Go ahead, Quinn. I'm gonna mute myself.
Hey, just listening on what you were saying. One of the things I wanted to chime in on is if you gotta pull somebody, 9 times out of 10, they don't want to go with you anyway. I shouldn't have to pull you to get to where you need to be or where God wants us to be. What I've learned through this journey is as people begin to shift and people begin to fall off, God will send you other people that's going to help to push you into where you need to go, or they have already been where you are, so they're going to be able to guide you. I don't even want to say push you. They're going to be able to guide you into where you need to go. So he'll put key people in your life to do that. And as you were stating, to move in silence is so important for us to move in silence, because a lot of people prey on you. They don't pray for you, they prey on you. And with that, I mean, they they may not, they don't want what you want for yourself. They don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see God elevate you. So, and in your elevation, it's going to be some trying times. It's going to be some hurting times. It's going to be some things that we don't even want to deal with ourselves, but we're going to have to. We're going to have to do some self-evaluation. It's a lot that we have to do in order to elevate. But the good thing about that is the Lord said it was good that we've been afflicted, that we might learn his statutes. So through our pain, through our suffering, through our hurt, through our distractions, we're learning God's statutes. He's elevating us. He's prospering us. He's showing us what we need to do to get to where we need to go, to walk in our destiny. So it's an honor. He's showing us grace. He's showing us mercy. We're not always going to get it right. We're going to make mistakes. But God is a forgiving God. And that is what's so important. He is a forgiving God. And he loves us. He knows. He said there's none perfect but the Father. He knows we're not perfect. But we're striving to get to where we need to be. And some people are going to get there quicker than others. But we have to get to the point where we're not procrastinating, where we're seeing the shift, where we're moving the way he wants us to move, where we're walking in obedience the way he would have us to walk in obedience. It's okay. It's okay for us to let some things die off. Some things are not for us. It may hurt, but some things are not for us. Some people are not for us. It's okay. It's time for us to do what the Lord is calling us to do. That's all I really got to say. I'm gleaning on tonight. I promise y'all, I'm in receiving mode on tonight because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. But in that, I'm getting poured into, and I don't mind pouring out as I get poured into. So I'm here, and I'm turning it back over to Coco.
I can't let her go. Okay. But so the other thing I did want to say, and she kind of touched on it too, was about the fall off. Um, People are gonna fall off because they have to. Because they have to. Um, like I said again, how long will you walk around carrying what I like to call dead weight or baggage even? You know, you don't want to walk around like the bag lady, having 15,000 bags. You the only one to carry it. You ain't got no help. Each bag literally got something in it. And each bag carries something different. Nothing in each bag is the same. And the half of the time, to be honest, a lot of the baggage you carry don't even belong to you. It's other people's stuff. So this is the reason why he's doing what he's doing. You have to be able to let go of other people's stuff, right? You can love them. That don't mean that you don't love them. It's not your weight or burden to carry. You can try, but they still got to carry their hump on their back. A lot of us are understanding now that a lot of the things that we deal with, a lot of the hits that we taking are not ours, especially in the spirit realm. A lot of the stuff where they ain't ours. And as intercessors, the more we pray for people, the more we take on. And sometimes we don't know how to let go after we've taken it in. And so I'm going to be the first one to tell you that after you pray, shake it off, let it go. Don't dwell on it because you just prayed about it. So if you dwelling on it, did you believe what you prayed for? I have to ask that question, right? So, that's the biggest thing. People gonna fall off because they meant to. It's time for that. It's you just like a plant that's being pruned. You're a plant that's growing, but some of your leaves are dead. So what happens when your leaves die? They fall off. Or they have to be pruned off and cut away. Right? So you gotta think about that thing. It's the same thing. Think of yourself. You're the plant. You're what's growing. You're being fed. Let's talk about it like plant food. You're being fed, which is your fertilizer. That's helping you grow. Then you're being watered. That's helping you grow. Then they're making sure that they sit you in the right atmosphere to help you continue to grow. But if you have what I call the withered leaf, and there's somebody there to prune you, which is God, what do you think he's going to do with the leaf? He's going to remove it, or it has to fall off. So it's just like with a dead body part. If you got a dead body part, they amputate it. It has to come off, or you're going to lose the whole thing. So some things and some people have to fall off or be cut away. We can't get mad. Yeah, like Quint said, it's going to hurt, and it might. But I ain't finna be mad because obviously, if you're doing it for a reason. And I pray that the person that you cutting away, I wish them well on their endeavors. Whatever you got for them, I hope they get it. Literally, Because at the end of the day, you want everybody to do well. You want to speak well blessings and well wishes over everybody. But some people really ain't going to change. And you can't have that around you if he's changing you. That's just like an alcoholic that goes to the ABC store every day and say, I just want to come look at the bottles. Eventually, you're going to go pick up a bottle. You're going to buy that bottle. You're going to take it home. And what you're going to do with it? Open it. Right? So I'm just saying, you have to make sure that you know that you know that you know. And you got to make sure that you are in his will. Stop being afraid of being processed. Because some of your process is lovely. Some of the things that he's unleashing is lovely. Some of the things you know it couldn't have been nobody but him. Raises and promotions, new cars, new houses, purchases of land, new businesses, new babies being born, new marriages, expounding on relationships, new connections being made. And you can't knock none of it because it's all his purpose and it's all his divine will, it's all his order. If it's not his order, he ain't gonna let it come together. If it come together, it's because you did it. But if he said no and you do it anyway, then what? That's on you. Nobody else can tell you how to run your life but you. Again, right? Because that's how we are. We know we come on. I'm not the only person that was straight hood at one point in time. Right? So nobody can tell you how to live your life but you. Y'all know we used to say stuff like that. Right? But God can tell me how to live my life. He's the only person that can. Everybody else might get the side eye. Because baby, if you ain't paying my bills, I need you to shut your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to know what to do, when to do it, how to say it, when to shut up, when to go, when not to go, when to accept something and when to say no. All of these things, especially right now in this season and in this time, it's about being obedient. Some people may have an issue with your obedience. That's because they don't understand it. Why? Because they're being disobedient. They can't understand why you want to be so obedient. And because you're being obedient, this is the reason why he's moving things out the way that couldn't be moved before. Because you're being obedient, this is why you have um, access to favor that you didn't have before. All of these things. All these things. So, with that being said, it's now time for you to make a conscious decision. Conscious decision, because can't nobody make it but you. In your own time. You can tell the Lord, I accept you into my heart. I know what you've been doing for me. I know you've been waiting for me. So I accept you. I believe you. I believe that you are the Son of God. That you died for me on the cross and that you was raised from the dead. And you came along to cover my sins. Because if it would have been left to me, I wouldn't be here. So all of these things, you can do that in your own quiet time. You ain't got to go to nobody's church to receive what we call the right hand of fellowship. In the good old Baptist church, that's what they call it. You can do that in your living room. You can do it on your job. You can do it in the bathroom. You can do it in your car. It's a couple words for you to tell him that you accept him and you believe him and you want to know who he is. You want relationship, now you want covenant. Right? Because you need to have covenant in this season with God. It's important to have covenant in this season, in this hour, in this time. Right? So with that, we're going to go to some Q&A unless Quint got something that she need to say before we do that. Other than that, we're going to go to some Q&A. And maybe we should have, if they're not long and drug out, we can have them.
Are we still getting an echo when I unmute?
Only when I say so.
I don't understand what's going on with my dang on mic.
You might need to go in your settings,
I might need a what?
go in the settings. And if you keep having an echo, the other thing that it could be, then you attach your computer and talk to it. Okay, I don't know what your lip moving. Oh, don't. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Is that better?
yes.
Wonderful.
It's better. You still got an echo, but not as bad. You good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the question out loud. I'm gonna give you opportunity first, and I'll speak about it. Yeah, and if that way we gotta keep reading back and forth, that's fine. But I would like to try to get to 4 questions as possible before you gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is coming from Shanice. And she is one of our YouTube viewers. So, hello, Shanice. Thank you for viewing us and thank you for being a support on the channel. I'm not sure which YouTube she came in from, but she says she's a YouTube viewer. So, regardless, we all got YouTube pages, and thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We hope that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to all of the pages that are on YouTube. So, I want to say that Trailblazers is under Trailblazers Radio. My YouTube is See What You Can Do, and that's the letter C, what spelled out, the letter U, can, and then do, right? So that is me on YouTube. And Quint, what is your YouTube tag? What's your YouTube name? You're muted.
Quint Jones.
Okay, and then you can find her. So please go and subscribe to all three pages and hit the notification bell. Thank you. And for anybody else that's watching, please do the same thing. Go to all three pages, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So that if you are not able to catch us on Facebook on any of the pages, you can catch us on YouTube because I know that not everybody uses Facebook. All right. So, yes, this is her question. So her question is: I am currently a college student. Um, I excuse me, excuse me, y'all. That was rude. She said, I am currently a college student. I'm in my second year of school. I'm thinking about switching my uh what she's wants to take what she's currently taking up in school and taking something different. And she wants to know if she is making the right decision. So I'm gonna let Quint try to comment on that first, and then I'm gonna chime in because that my answer is easy to you. So go ahead.
So you're a college student and you want to change um, your
Major.
major. Okay. What are you taking now and why do you want to change your major? Is the questions I have for you. And how much longer do you have?
He is currently taking oh, he's trying to be a botanist.
Oh, what? I didn't hear you.
Botanist.
Okay. How much longer do you have and why do you want to change?
Another year and a half, and she wants to change it because she doesn't feel like she chose the right career path.
What are we changing to?
She wants to go to criminal justice.
Okay. I would say this. Whatever your passion is what you do. If you don't feel like you chose the right career path, then you go for what you love. Because if you get into something that you are not passionate about, you're not going to stick with it anyway. And there's a lot of people that go to college, they spend a lot of money in college, and then they don't even do what they went to college for. So all they have is a piece of paper and a bunch of bills. So I would say go for what you love, do what you got to do, and trust God in the process. But is this your first and only time changing your major? Okay, so I would say go ahead and do what you got to do and trust God.
All right. So my answer is kind of similar to hers, but just kind of straight to the point. If you've already consulted God and He told you to make the move, make it. I wouldn't say make a drastic move like that unless you know that you get in that field, you can make some changes, that you can change lives, that you can do something with it. I mean, I truly feel like you could do the same thing with being a botanist, because a botanist is a person that you can study plants to make them, to turn it into medicine. Who knows? You might be able to heal people with something that you put together and make it natural so that people can stop taking medication. Who knows? You don't know what the idea is, because when you originally went into botany, you did it for a reason. So you have to ask yourself, what is your why at this point, and what is the real reason why you want to change? You catch what we're saying to you. So I think that's it.
And then my question also is somebody in your ear saying telling you that you chose the wrong profession or saying you're not going to make anything of that, and is that the reason why you want to change?
Yeah, she said she recently went out with a group of friends and they told her that she made the wrong decision.
But what do you feel in your heart? Because that's what I feel like. It's negative people in your ear, and you really wanted to do that, but because they're talking, that's why you're making the decision to change it.
Yeah, because she said she didn't question it before that. She said that she always actually wanted to do both. Um, but you can only choose one major. So this is the thing. You could choose a major and a minor, right? So if you major in botany, but you minor in criminal justice, you still come out with both degrees.
And you will get the botany one first. So
Right.
you will have that already, and then you have your criminal justice to fall back on. So I say finish out what you're doing. Don't allow negativity in your ear. That's what we were just talking about. Those distractions, we have to learn to stay focused. Everybody's not for you. And like Coco said, you could change somebody's whole life, because there's a lot of people that's going into holistic medicine and holistic nursing because they're tired of taking the medications. So you could be one to invent something that's going to help somebody. So don't change when you had a passion for it in the first place. Don't change because you got negative people in your ear. They may not be for you in the first place.
I say don't change. I say add on. Y'all have to forgive me. My sugar is dropping, so I'm eating a peppermint. But I say don't change. I say add on criminal justice as the minor, and sky's the limit to you. Because I understand. I love I love crime shows and stuff now, and I kind of wish that criminal justice would have been my major. So you know, and me, I don't want to go back through school again. Or I would take it up on that endeavor because I believe I would be a great CSI. So hats off to you again. Sky's the limit. I would say add on, don't take off.
And keep us updated.
So thank you for coming in with that. I appreciate you. All right. So next we have Tyrone. I don't know why I had you. You better call Tyrone in my head when I saw your name. Sorry. Um, I'm sorry. Um, and Tyrone. Tyrone is one of our Instagrammers. So thank you from Instagram land. Tyrone says, okay. Tyrone says, I'm currently in multiple relationships. I don't know how to let two of them go because I think I finally found the main one. What is your advice?
Okay, Tyrone. First, how old are you, Ty? If you don't mind me calling you Ty.
Third.
Okay. Do they know that they are side chicks? Um, and who's the main chick? And why do you feel like you have to be in multiple relationships? And how do you know you found the one? Because it sounds to me like you really don't know what you want.
Okay. Okay, this is a lot to explain. Okay, so I'm mad if you type whole names on the screen. Okay, now you do know that after tonight, they're not gonna know about each other. I want you to be aware of this. Okay, so he says Angel is the main chick. Shannon and Kyra are the what you call the side chick. Okay, so he's saying that he know he found the right one with Angel because she doesn't ask him for anything but his time. She asked him to go to church with her. She asked him to pray with her. And she is the only one out of the three that he has not slept with.
So, why don't you know how to let the other ones go? How long have you been dating them? And if you already consider them a side chick, then there's no obligations to them anyway. And they probably don't have any obligations to you because if you're doing it to them, most likely they're doing it to you too. And how long have you been dating Angel?
Okay. So he says he's been with Angel 3.5 years. So she's the longest. Shannon is a year and the other one is 8 months.
So, Shannon and the other one know about each other.
He said nobody knew about each other, but like I just stole him. They gonna all know after the night.
Yes, they all know after tonight. Most likely they're watching us also. So I would say, being that they already know, come clean. Be honest. You 30 years old, baby. Be honest. Take whatever you got coming to you. And be honest with Angel because you've been with her the longest. You was not faithful to her. And y'all need to start your relationship with trust if your relationship is going to continue.
He said that he's afraid to do that because he feels like if he tells Angel out of the three, she's going to be the one that will leave.
Yes, because she has standards, but right now you're living a lie and you need to be honest with her. You cannot, you're going to walk in guilt if you do not be honest with her anyway. So even if you let the other two go, because she is a woman of God, God don't leave you in the dark. So it would be better for you to come clean with her than for God to reveal it to her and she come to you with proof. Then you really gonna lose her.
And on top of that, um, you thinking that she might drop you may be the case. Um, but you still have to give her the choice. Because to be honest with you, she might actually already know. If she been asking you certain questions, certain types of ways, she may have a feeling and she may already know. But she's just waiting to see if you're gonna be honest or not.
Exactly.
This could also be the reason. And I love the fact that she 3 years and nothing. That's awesome. I've been there, done that at one point in my life too. So um and I did it thinking that the individual that I was with was gonna be the one. So don't do that to her. Don't do that to her because it's not fair. For one. Two, don't think that if you just continue to keep going or if you chose to put a ring on it, it's gonna make things better because if she find out later on down the line, it's still not gonna be good either way it go. So just tell her the truth. Just tell all of them the truth, really. But I just got a feeling the one Kyra, she gonna be the main one that don't care. I just feel like that's your one that okay. I'll still be your side chick though. That seems like that's her mentality. Kyra Dale.
But if she has that mentality, you still need to let her go and be faithful to Angel. If you feel like she's the one, and even if you lose her right now, you be persistent in getting her back if she is the one. If she truly love you, maybe she'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But like Coco said, 9 times out of 10, she already know. And the question is, has she been confronting you? And have you been lying to her?
He said that she has asked him multiple times, since I know you're not getting it from me, are you getting it from somebody else? And he's looked her in her face and lied to her.
So now it's time for you to come clean. Be the man that you are, the man of integrity, the man of honor, the king that God made you to be, and tell her the truth. And don't walk in fear.
Be the man that he's changing you into. Because if it bothers you so bad to the point that you had to ask this question tonight, just to hear what you already knew was right, do what you got to do.
And how did you hear about our show? I know you a IG user, but how did you hear about our show? Who told you about us?
Oh, he actually said because I had he seen one of my posts on TikTok.
Okay. Now, do they watch us also?
He says Angel does, but the other two, you don't think so?
Well, you just told on yourself, baby. So now go be honest and don't procrastinate.
Yeah. Call on up. I mean, it might be too late to try to go see her and talk to her face to face. Call her up. Tell her the truth over the phone. Unless you want to meet her tomorrow and y'all have a face to face talk. However she wants to handle it. But if she watches it too, and y'all in two separate places, if you're questioning and she's watching, then she knows.
But
Sure.
definitely keep us updated, and we truly thank you for supporting and watching. But
I
keep us
will,
updated.
We be praying for you. Just do what's right. All right, moving along. That's two. Thank y'all. Y'all didn't give us too many heavy hitters right now, so we appreciate it. We can answer them and keep it moving. But let me shut up before I speak too soon. Okay, so next on the list we have Travis. All right, Travis, how are you? Thank you.
Let me just thank God for the men tonight.
Okay, like they own it. So Travis said that he is joining us from Texas. Okay, Texas in the house.
Texas in the
I like
house.
it out there. Um, and I used to live in Corpus Christi too when I was younger. So, nice. Oh, okay, all right. Go ahead, Corpus Christi. Kudos. Okay, so Travis's question is: if God has told you to do a thing and you constantly keep refusing it, I know that this is disobedience. He said. He said, but now if it's been years that he told you to do a thing, is he still able to go do it to relinquish his will in God? I'm gonna let Quinn answer you, and then I'm gonna answer you because I think our answers are gonna be quite different. So go ahead.
Well, let me say this. First off, if you know the Lord told you to do a thing and you have not done it and you know it's outright rebellion. And rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Now, the Lord will forgive you, but your grace can run out. And Coco talks about that often. So you can go back. I was a runner. I did not want to walk in any of the titles or any of the gifts because I recognize that those gifts and those titles come with suffering. And it's not just my suffering. So I didn't want any parts. Now, did I decide to go on the journey to obedience? Yes. Do I always meet the mark? No. However, I turned my life around and I gave God a sincere yes. And I believe I am doing the things that He wants me to do now. So, I say to you, repent, stop doing what you're doing, and do what He has called you to do, and keep it moving. Are you a leader in your church? What are you running from?
He says God told him to move, and he didn't make the move.
I've been there. And guess what? When you don't make that move, you bring about a lot of negativity because you didn't move in His time. So everything goes wrong. It's a lot of confusion. And you allowed it. So, is it a family church? And you feel obligated to the church?
No, not a family church.
Okay. Why do you feel obligated to the church?
He said he doesn't feel obligated.
Why
He
won't you
says that
leave?
he the relationship with somebody.
He said what?
He doesn't feel a obligation to the church. He started a relationship with someone.
But if you, okay, even if you started a relationship with someone, it does not mean that you have to stay. So are you walking in fear of leaving or of going into the unknown? Because that's not the only reason that you're staying.
He said that he has a fear that if he leaves, the person wouldn't want to do a long distance relationship. He says the other thing is he doesn't want to feel like he is leaving the church uncovered as well because of his role in leadership.
But if the church is truly standing on God's word and the Lord truly told you to leave years ago, you can't leave the church uncovered because God is the covering of the church. And you're not the only leader in the church. So, are you the senior pastor? You the apostle?
He said that he is the what you call it, the assistant pastor.
Okay, so there is a pastor. So you're not leaving the church uncovered. And if it's just a relationship or a long distance relationship and you feel like it's not going to work, maybe that's not the person God is sending to you anyway.
He said he never looked at it like that. He said that he just knows for a fact that the relationship won't work because she has brought it up before about how she tried to have a long distance relationship and it just didn't work out.
If God told you to leave, don't allow anybody to stop you. Do what the Lord is calling you to do. If she's for you, she's for you. If she's not, then God will send your mate.
And on top of that, this too is something that you have to think about. And I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if you've been watching this since the start of the show, but the other thing that you got to think about now is you got to pray and ask God, is this still His will? Because if He told you to do it years ago, time that it does run out. You know, grace does run out for some things, and because you've had multiple seasons in between, because it was so many years ago. I mean, you're looking at you said year 5 now. Um, you have to know that this is what He wants for you right now at this current time. And if that's not what He wants for you right now at this current time, you gotta stay where you are until He tells you to move again. If He tells you to move again, and then you gotta do what you have to do in between time. You know, save up for a move just in case you have to move abruptly. Go ahead and start packing stuff up if that's what you're going to do. That way, you already got certain things boxed away that you're not even using anyway. You know, especially not right now. So all of this stuff, you got to get yourself in preparation mode if that's what He's telling you to do. Because I hear you, but the question is, are you prepared to make the move right now? That also is a factor. And I get it. If she tried long distance relationship and the issue was she could never spend time with the individual before because every time that person said that they were going to come see her or she wanted to fly out to see them, there was always the excuse of why she couldn't see them, then you're dealing with an insecurity issue as well. Because I'm pretty sure that the day she told you that she flew out anyway, and found out what he was doing and why she really wasn't getting his time because he was already giving it to somebody else, that's the insecurity problem. So, on top of that, you're dealing with an insecure person or individual, and you got to ask yourself, are you willing to battle with their insecurities in order to try to have a relationship?
Now, do you feel like God is telling you to leave now?
He said, yeah.
Are you prepared?
He says, kind of.
Do you know where you're going?
Because I know the Lord didn't tell you to just go until you landed somewhere. I know He didn't do that. He normally gives you a destination in mind. So if you don't know, then ask yourself, are you really hearing God? Okay. Um, don't make a move when you don't even know where you're headed. It's like somebody putting a thing in the GPS and the GPS gives you a false location. Now that'll preach right there. But yeah,
Send you in some water. So you gotta know that you know that you know where you're going. Because if he's telling you to leave the state, he he things are gonna flow. Things should already be in place. So do you know where you're going?
yep. No,
It's not time, baby. You gotta have things in place. You can't just go and leave the state. Do you know what state you were going to?
he said it was a choice between North Carolina or Virginia.
Do you have family in either of those states?
Friends.
And they both want you to, both people, well, the people in both states want you to come.
He said he never asked them. He said the Lord told him those two states because those two states um, could hire him for he could keep his current career and not have to change it.
Do you already have a job set up?
He said no,
Do you have a church home set up?
no,
What do you have set up?
just finances.
Hold off.
I concur. So there's nothing else for me to say is besides pray about it, see what he say. But I can kind of tell you what he's gonna say. So be prepared for the answer you get. All right. Um, Again, stay in touch with us because we always like to hear from the people that send us the questions, and we like to hear testimonials later. So pray about it. Your prayer life is key right now. That's all I'm gonna say. But thank you for watching us tonight. Continue to watch live. I mean, like, share, and comment. Um, I don't know how that works for me. Instagram make things so complicated. I don't know how that works and how you can share. I think you just hit the arrow and then copy the link. So I think that's how you can share. But yeah, like, share, and comment, please. Let people know about us and what we do. So I appreciate you.
Thanks for watching.
Next question, y'all, is 9:52. We did it. Good. Come on. All right. So
Last question.
last question of the night. So, oh, I mean, y'all fellas is ready to kick it up tonight, right? Okay. All right, Lex. Okay, Lex Luthor. I'm telling you, every time I hear certain names, that's what y'all make me think about certain stuff. So, all right, Lex. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for being a support to us and all that good stuff. I see that you are. Oh, you in New Orleans? Come on. I need some boudin. But yeah, I need some boudin. I need to find me a store where I can get some and have it shipped to. So I haven't been down your way in a long time. So thank you for watching us from the good old city of New Orleans. So your question for us tonight is, oh, here we go. How do we feel about the subject of polygamy? Oh, why you had to do that? And that's the last
You
question.
start with that.
I knew she was gonna do this to me, y'all. Okay. Um, I don't agree. I mean, I'm not keen on being a sister wife, if that's what y'all want to call that stuff. I'm not keen on that. I'm not keen on I will share clothes. I will share food. I will share all of that. But I'm not sharing my man. Not doing that part. It's not like we can pass the can around like it's a bag of can of Pringles. No, we can't. We can't do that. Um, we he can't sleep with the other person at certain times and makes babies with them, and then sleep with me at the next time and try to have babies born at the same time by two different people. By different people. No, we can't be like the guy that has the sister wife show, and he's mad that some of his sister wives are now wanting to leave, but he got a total of 19 children through five, split between five different women. So no, that would be a no for me, because I believe in the sanctity of marriage as well. So not sharing. So I'm sorry. That wouldn't work for me. It's a no.
For me, I'm selfish. I'm very selfish. So when it comes to my man, absolutely not. Can't have nothing. Nothing at all. Okay? I'm just saying. That's my answer. You asking because what? You got a wife and you want another wife and you got a side chick and you got what? What do you have going on over there? Why are you asking that question?
Yeah, he said he got a wife and currently got two mistresses. Wait a minute.
Can you afford
Wait.
them all?
Well, that too. But hold on. You say your name is Lex, right? And then you just say that girl, the one of the mistress name is um Shanessa. Okay, so I'm a part of this group, right? Please tell me this was not you in the video that I saw earlier today. Because if it is, the small world. I had a person send a video. The girl's name in the video was Shanessa, and her boo thing, which is somebody else's spouse, took the wife on a cruise, but invited her as well. So him and the wife on the cruise, and the side chick stayed to the side, watching him pretty much have dates with the wife in front of her. And this lovely being happens to say, you could be a whole package, but be at the wrong address. And I understand that you classify me as a side chick, but he say that he can't leave me alone, and so I'm cool with just waiting for my turn. So please tell me that's not y'all, because if that's y'all, y'all need much prayer. That is not. That is not. Um. That's not polygamy at its best. That's a polygamy failure. That yeah. Um. So I hope that wasn't y'all, but if it was, oh Jesus, fix it. That's all I can really say because you bold. You invite the side chick and pay for the side chick to come on a cruise that you knew you was gonna take your wife to.
You was asking for your side chick to get thrown overboard, but listen. And you was asking to be thrown overboard also. When it comes to polygamy, you taking on more than one wife. They normally know about each other, and you should be able to afford them all, and there should be no confusion amongst you. So, having two mistresses, a mistress don't know, or the wife don't know about the mistresses. Okay, so what you're doing is committing adultery, and you need to stop. Um, you need to be honest with your wife. You need to be. Your side chicks probably already know about your wife, but side chicks, what I know about them, real ones stay in their lane, and they just get what they can get from you. So they're okay with seeing you once a week as long as you bring in the bag. They're okay with dating you once a week As long as you spending your money, you paying their rent, you doing what you supposed to do. But if you're not ready for divorce, baby, you better stop doing what you're doing because you setting yourself up for failure.
Um, like I said, the girl already said in the video that she was willing to wait her turn because she knows what you do for her. I mean, you bought a whole ticket and invited her to the same place that you're supposed to be spending quote unquote quality time with your wife. You said that you
Was that them? Okay.
I mean, like I said, you bold. Baby, I couldn't be your wife at all. Cause honey, I would have boxed you down on this cruise ship in front of everybody. And your side chick would have got her head tore off. Like for real. I mean, it's just the blatant disrespect for one. I mean, you have no respect for your wife whatsoever. And if you're with the side chick because of she do things for you that your wife won't do, your standards are low. I'ma just be honest. Hey, you want them to be in the same house with each other? You got there, you gonna make a schedule of who sleep with you tonight and who in the bed by themselves tomorrow? No, sir.
Simone, baby, don't even try to follow, baby. Don't even try to follow.
Honey, I'm done. That's for me.
Yeah, I'm done with that too, because that couldn't be me in no way. So, sir, do what's right by your wife. Do what's right. Let them other chicks go. Tell your wife what you did and take responsibility for your actions.
Oh, you saying you just found out about the video today? Oh yeah, your side chick recorded it and put it on social media.
And your wife probably know now.
I'm definitely sure she know now. Your side chick recorded it and put it on social media for everybody to see. I have nothing more to say, sir. Um, thank you for thank you for coming on and sharing. That's all I can say. Um, I don't agree with polygamy, and in order to have polygamy anyway, the two people you trying to bring together in the same house with you, they have to agree and they have to understand what you're trying to do. And that's too much work. Y'all got to schedule everything, date night, the whole night. That's too
Sir,
much
how
work.
do your wife feel about polygamy? Did you have a conversation with her?
He said he had the conversation with the side chick.
She's not the wife. You don't live with the side chick. You live with your wife. Why would you have the conversation with the side chick before you have the conversation with your wife? Even swingers have boundaries. You have to set boundaries and agree to them.
He said that he had the conversation with the side chick first because of the fact that he wanted her to be okay to have him deal with the wife on a daily basis.
Baby, she don't matter. You obligated to your wife. You took vows with your wife. You got it mixed up.
He said plus in polygamy, she would be the second wife.
You got it all mixed up. First off, you have to make sure your current wife is okay with it. Cause it sounds like you about to get a divorce. That's what it sounds like about to happen right now. So I'm gonna need you to your priorities and your mindset is not working together. It's not, something's wrong there. How do you care more about your side chick than your wife, who walked down the aisle with you, who y'all took vows before God in front of? I'm trying to understand. Help me understand.
It's because of what the side chick does. Okay, but see, this is the thing. Your wife probably used to do that, but when she figured out you was cheating, she stopped it. She probably know that you were cheating, and she probably know that you've been cheating for a while. But you expect her to still do wifely duties for you? Not the same.
How you hear about us, sir?
Everything is about your side chick. The side chick told you.
So if your side chick told you about us, she knew that when you came on here, what our answers was gonna be. So she probably trying to get out the relationship too, because she know it's a hot mess. I'm I'm gonna need you to set your priorities straight and do for your wife what you're doing for your side chick, and you might get them wifely duties back.
That one, I hope that your marriage can be saved, but it'll be a while before you get them wifely duties back. I can tell you that now. Your wife is gonna okay, and she might even be forgiven, but going right back to the same role, not happening. Well, Lex, you have been the benediction for the night, sir. That is exactly what you are.
Keep us updated though, Lex, on what you decided to do. And prayerfully, I'm praying a hedge of protection around you. And prayerfully, you gonna do what's right.
See, Quinn is the optimistic one on this one because I so am not. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Nope, I'm not optimistic on this one at all. Yep, your best bet on this one is to go with Gwen.
I didn't say it was gonna work in your favor. I said prayerfully, you're gonna do what's right. That's all I'm saying. Cause if you married to one of us, baby, I'm just saying. But prayerfully, you'll be a man of integrity, and you'll tell your wife. She probably already. I'm pretty sure she already know if it's a video surfacing. So you might as well just do what you know is right.
And obviously, your side chick don't like the fact that you brought her on this excursion because your side chick was crazy enough to tag you in the video. So I know your wife seen it. She just meant to put y'all out there in efforts that she probably thought it would break up a happy home. And it ain't happy, obviously. So yeah. But the thing of it is, she feel like you can't let her go. But you're not leaving your wife, and she don't get just that either. So
But are you
um,
telling her you gonna leave your wife? See, you ain't even trying to leave your wife, so you can't be telling her that because you're trying to add to the equation.
no, he said he's never told her that.
I just said that because you trying to add to the equation. You ain't trying to leave. You trying to add an addition. And it's not going to work. Your side chick ain't even staying in her lane. So she don't even understand what it is to be a true side chick. Because if she did, she wouldn't have posted a video of you.
And see, you let me stop you right there because the scripture you just tried to use, sir, you will make me go off on you on camera tonight. The Bible does say be fruitful and multiply, but he did not mean it like that, Negro.
Did you
Okay?
just do that?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
That was
did.
cute. That was real cute. Yeah, that was the benediction. We gonna go, Lex. But I'm gonna need you to keep us posted if you still have your head at the end of the night.
Ooh, sir. Ah.
Oh God. You just made my day.
It's the benediction so hard for me that as soon as we get over here, I'm just going straight to bed. I'm through. I'm done. Yep. Have a good night, Lex. Yeah.
I needed that laugh today. Listen. I appreciate you, Lex, coming on the show. But once again, on a serious note, keep us updated and do the right thing by your wife. Stop worrying about your side chick's feelings. Do the right thing by your wife. Y'all got kids? Lex. Mm. Is all I can say. We gonna get ready to go. We gonna get ready to go. My Life Has Destiny. We thank y'all for supporting us on tonight. We appreciate y'all. Join us Thursday for our 2-year anniversary show. We're honoring my brother, my cousin, T. We're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate his life. So, y'all just join us. And we'll have the announcements on Thursday. Coco, you got anything else to say?
First of all, yes, it was real, Simone. I'm I ain't got nothing to say. I love y'all. Live every day on purpose and make it count. I'm through. I'm all the way through. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. We'll see y'all back on Thursday. I got to go for real. I got to go.